morning from a very misty, I don't know what else it is, not particularly cold, morning last week of October, which is scary, and does mean the clocks change this weekend coming, which is very scary. I feel like winter's truly like on its way, isn't it? I know it's still autumn, but suddenly feels quite wintry. Sienna, last night I put on her turnout rug. Oh, I thought I could hear the cat. I'm probably about to be run over by Sienna. She's quite naughty for chasing the dog and the cat. She really likes it. Anyway, she's got a turnout rug on. Let's zoom in a bit. So last night I put the turnout rug on for the first time, and she was fine. Like, she's definitely a little bit sensitive to it because obviously it makes more noise, and the other one was like more of a softer fabric, whereas obviously you know what a turnout rug's like, much more crackly. But ow, Angus, ow, don't really need that, thanks. So she had it on, and personally I think it's beautiful. I'm so sad that it makes me so happy. Just like, I love the lightning, and when it's dark it really stands out. Anyway, she looks lovely in it. She did the night in it. She's going to the loo. I think the other rug must have been a little bit tight across her bottom, like the back strap, and it just put her off, because she's been fine ever since, and this one's quite loose. So she went to the loo happily enough last night, which was great, and I think she sat down in it, because she's only stood like that because she was digging, because there's mess on it, and I've never been able to tell. I mean, you can see she still looks unsure, like she every now and then she sort of kind of goes, oh, I don't know if I like this, but she eats and she goes to the loo, so that's all I'm worried about. And I think now if we just leave it on for a few days, hopefully she'll just accept it. I mean, I just saw her itching with coops, so she must be fairly comfortable. But yeah, it's nice though, isn't it? It's a really nice rug. It really lights up as well. Like, it just, you know, it's very applicable for her. You are like Mrs. Lightning, aren't you? You know, the sheep are spooking her as they do every morning. You'd think, having lived with them since she arrived here, she'd be over that, but no. You still have to, you know, listen to the sheep every morning, and it's actually the cow she can hear. But anyway, I really need to keep moving this morning because, excuse me, it's back to work day. I feel quite apprehensive. 10 days is a really long time for me not to have gone to work. Last time I had ages off was right at the beginning of lockdown, and by Angus, and I wasn't ill. Before that, I can't remember the last time I went on holiday. So I feel really kind of like, it's been a long time. So yeah, I feel a bit on edge. Anyway, I'm going to get on, do some mucking out. I want like a quick 5 minutes before I have to leave. Get my breath back. But anyway, wish me luck. So this week I have been back in action with Sienna. Now, I can't really remember the last time I leant over her. It would have been probably nearly 2 weeks ago. So I thought it was time to start doing it again. I've spent a lot of time leaning over her in the yard. What I do is I literally just post her lead rope through some baling twine, but I don't do any sort of knot or anything. Literally, she thinks she's tied up, but if she pulled back, the rope would come straight out. So I feel like it's the safest way, because I am on my own in this instance. But I've done a lot of it, so I'm fairly confident with her. Though today was the first time I'd done it with stirrups on. So I started off leaning over her actually bareback. Then I moved on to leaning over with just the saddle and no stirrups. And then, like I said, today I had stirrups on there, which made my life a little bit easier, because it meant I could sort of start to put some weight in the stirrup, get her used to that feeling, which she didn't seem bothered about in the slightest, but also means I can just manoeuvre myself a little bit easier on top. And really, I spend time like I'm doing here, just leaning over, scratching, rubbing her, talking to her, then, you know, flopping around a bit in the saddle so she gets used to me moving about. Really just, she gets used to feeling my weight. You can see here sort of leaning up a little bit to kind of mimic when I'm actually sat properly in the saddle. But yeah, I just spend lots of time moving around, chatting to her. She was licking something, goodness knows what, probably something on the wall. But she seemed very chilled and happy. Always try and do it from both sides, even though I don't intend to get on from the wrong side. It's important that she's happy from both sides. So that's why I'm putting some weight that side. And then here, I've just started doing a bit of jumping up and down, because again, don't intend to get on off the ground, so it's not very good for the backs, but you never know when you might have to, especially if one day you're out hacking and you drop a stick, which I do on quite a regular occasions, and so it's important that she can cope with me jumping from the side. Again, here I'm just doing some basic leaning over. Mainly you're getting a video of Sienna's bottom. Yeah, so this is what I was doing. This was on Monday, so this was just what I was doing on my own. And then this was the next day, so this was Tuesday, and before I managed to nab my mum to come down and help me, I just did a little bit of jumping up and down beside Sienna again, did lots of like patting the saddle, just getting her prepped ready for me to lean on. She'd come in a little bit uppity because she'd been galloping around the field, so I wasn't entirely sure how she was going to react because she was all a little bit upset. I didn't know if that might mean leaning over, she might be a little bit more, I don't know, a bit more tense, but actually she didn't seem bothered in the slightest. I feel I've done so much leaning over her that she's pretty confident. The yard is her favourite place to do it because she's got the boys in with her as well, so she feels very secure in there. And then, so what's great with having mum to help is it means she can move the block straight out the way once I've leant over, so there's no chance of C catching it. And you can see here I sort of just clamber aboard, get my weight over, lots of pats and cuddles and scratches again, just giving her lots of confidence. And then this time she's got a bit of support from mum as well, having a little hug session by the looks of it. But yeah, felt really, she just feels confident. She feels confident and happy with me being up there. She doesn't seem upset when she moves around, so I got mum to start moving her a few steps. It's quite tight in my yard, so it's not the easiest thing to do. It's to swing a nearly 16 2-horse round it. But we let her have a few pit stops, so she's giving the block a clean. It's her favourite thing. She loves to give that block a clean. But all this time, she's obviously feeling me adjusting my weight around and moving about. And, it's all just really good practice for her. And then after a few pats, I get mum just to lead her very gently around the yard. I'm just making sure I'm comfortable, And it's exciting. It's the first few steps with her moving, carrying my weight, getting used to the feel of me moving around. And my next plan is to take her into the arena and do this. So there we'll have a lot more space, obviously, and there's a lot more for her to look at. Whereas in the yard, we're pretty secure in there. And like I say, she's got the boys around her, so she feels comfortable and happy. Again, once we stopped, I just do a bit more fidgeting around on top so that she doesn't think as soon as she stops I get off or anything like that. I'm doing a lot of leaning up again, like I said before, just ready for when I do sit up properly. And yeah, really, I just look like I'm a fish flopping around, don't I? It's not the most attractive thing. And then I climb aboard once more. Again, it's so much nicer having a stirrup because it means I can actually get my weight right over and I'm not knocking my poor rib cage. And then once poor old mum's moved the block out the way again, I get her just to lead me round once more. Luckily, she's got plenty of mane for me to hang on to. And so, yeah, we had another little trip around the yard in a very go slow. And then again, leaning up. And then here, I actually managed to sneak my leg over. And this was the first time I've done it. So this is the first time I've actually put my leg right over her. It's coming, I promise. I did it for literally a second. I didn't really want to sit on her properly in my concrete yard. I'd rather do that in the arena. But you can see here, I just move my leg around and then I sort of take it away again. And then I feel like she could definitely cope. And so I put my leg back over. Well, I have to wait for her to stand first, actually, because Madam was a little fidgety. But you'll see, I adjust and then I put it over I'd say 3/4 of the way. And then I finally let the leg drop down for a second and then I move it back. And we actually do this again. I didn't video it later and it was really good. She was very good. Good morning. I'm actually ending the vlog, so I feel like I should sort of say good afternoon, not good morning. Ending the vlog, well, I'm not even sure we can call it a vlog. Rather shot myself in the foot this week because I stupidly uploaded on Sunday thinking I'd have enough time to make another vlog by Wednesday and I didn't. And so I've got literally a couple of minutes worth of leaning over Sienna, which was very exciting and brilliant. And I actually managed to put my leg over the other side, which felt, you know, only for a couple of seconds, which felt very like, oh, grown up for Sienna. But that was literally as much as I managed to do this week. And I thought I would get more chance to video some more this afternoon, but I forgot I was at work. So I can't ride, and I would never have got it edited in time and everything. So I'm afraid it's going to be a very, very short little video this week. I really do need to get into a better routine of it all, but honestly my life's just really boring. I mean, I love seeing like you see YouTubers who like plan their like a month or two ahead, and I'm thinking I've got nothing to plan other than riding, you know, working on Sienna. I'd like to be doing stuff with Coop, but Sienna has still got major separation anxiety about Coop leaving, so at the moment I have to have another pair of hands with me to help, because if we take Coop away she does get quite sort of stressed, and then she threatens to go over the stable door. So at the moment we can't take Coop out on his own, which is a bit of a shame, because I would really like to take Coop out for a few hacks, but yeah, we can't. We're having to do baby steps of taking Coop into the arena, and then someone standing at Sienna's door to just remind her not to try and come over it. So that's still work in progress. But I mean, honestly, I must have the most boring life. I wish I had more exciting things to video. Really do wish I had more exciting things. Anyway, winter's going to be a struggle. So yeah, anyway, I'm ending the vlog here. I'm out on Mr. Lovely Coco the Hunter. And I thought I'll do my end to my vlog now, because it's a little bit breezy out. It's very gloomy today, actually, very gloomy. So I thought I'll do it in the trees so that you don't get too much wind. But anyway, I will be more on it for next week, and I'm not going to cause myself trouble by posting on Sunday. So every Wednesday, get back into that routine. Thanks for watching.